In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on January 17, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Detroit Pistons. The upcoming clash between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Detroit Pistons sets the stage for an intriguing matchup in Detroit on Wednesday night. Currently leading the Western Conference with an impressive 28-11 record, the Timberwolves are riding high on a 2-game winning streak. In contrast, the Pistons, languishing at the bottom of the NBA standings with a dismal 4-36 record, managed to break their streak of 7 consecutive losses by securing a victory in their last outing. The Minnesota Timberwolves' recent performances showcase their resilience and determination, winning 4 of their last 6 games. Their latest triumph saw them overcome the formidable challenge posed by the red-hot Clippers in a hard-fought 109-105 victory. Anthony Edwards, delivering a standout performance, led the team with 33 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. The Timberwolves, collectively shooting 56% from the field and displaying prowess from beyond the arc, demonstrated their offensive firepower. Looking ahead, they aim to build on their success as they face upcoming matchups against the Grizzlies, Thunder, and Hornets. In contrast, the Detroit Pistons, struggling throughout the season, are coming off a rare win against the Wizards, breaking a 7-game losing streak with a 129-117 victory. Alec Burks was the hero off the bench, sinking 8 3-pointers and contributing 34 points. Jen Ivey and Jalen Duren also played pivotal roles in the Pistons' resurgence, combining for 44 points. Despite shooting an impressive 55% from the field, the Pistons faced challenges early on, only to dominate the second half and secure a long-overdue win. Looking ahead, they face a tough back-to-back set against the Bucks after the Timberwolves matchup. As the Timberwolves gear up for their clash with the Pistons, there are concerns about the availability of key player Anthony Edwards, listed as questionable. On the Pistons side, both Mike Muscala and Danilo Gallinari are also listed as questionable, adding an element of uncertainty to the matchup. The Minnesota Timberwolves have emerged as a standout story in the NBA this season, boasting 28 wins and showcasing dominance in both offense and defense. With a league-leading defense allowing just 107 points per game and an impressive offensive efficiency, the Timberwolves present a formidable challenge. Anthony Edwards has solidified his status as one of the NBA's marquee players, contributing significantly to the team's success. In contrast, the struggling Detroit Pistons, with only 4 wins to their name, face an uphill battle, especially without the presence of Cade Cunningham, their dynamic playmaker. The Timberwolves, with Rudy Gobert's defensive prowess and Edwards' offensive capabilities, are poised to exploit the Pistons' vulnerabilities, particularly in the interior. The Minnesota Timberwolves' prowess extends beyond their recent form, as their dominance in both offensive and defensive aspects positions them as a powerhouse against the struggling Detroit Pistons. Boasting a remarkable 28-11 record, the Timberwolves have consistently demonstrated their scoring efficiency, highlighted by a 48.8 field goal percentage and a commendable 38.3% from beyond the arc. On the defensive end, their ability to limit opponents to just 107 points per game, coupled with the league's best field goal percentage against, showcases their formidable defense. Anthony Edwards, leading in scoring, and Rudy Gobert's defensive contributions further solidify their superiority. This matchup represents not just a contest, but an opportunity for the Timberwolves to strengthen their top position in the Western Conference with a decisive victory. While the Timberwolves have faced challenges recently, their resilient performance against the red-hot Clippers suggests they are clear favorites against the Pistons. The Pistons, though coming off a surprise win, had been struggling before, particularly evident in their icy form leading up to the victory over the Wizards. In this game, the spread shouldn't be a cause for concern, making the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites our full game side pick. Although the Timberwolves aren't among the higher scoring teams in the NBA, ranking 20th in scoring, they face one of the league's weakest defensive teams in the Pistons, currently 27th in scoring defense. Recent trends also indicate a propensity for higher scoring games for the Pistons, going 7-2-1 to the over in their last 10 games. Anticipating the participation of Gallinari and Muscala, who are likely to contribute from the perimeter for the Pistons, the Wolves' dynamic duo of Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns is expected to exploit the Pistons' defensive limitations. This sets the stage for a game that could surpass the projected total, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Orlando Magic vs. Atlanta Hawks. The upcoming NBA clash between the Orlando Magic and the Atlanta Hawks brings together Southeast Division rivals in what promises to be an intriguing matchup. The Magic, with a current record of 22-18 and an impressive 26-14 against the spread performance, are positioned at 8th in the Eastern Conference standings. On the other hand, the Hawks, with a record of 16-23 and a less favorable 10-29 against the spread, find themselves in the 11th spot. This game marks the third encounter between the two teams this season, with the series currently tied at 1-1. In their recent outings, the Orlando Magic secured a notable victory against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden, prevailing 98-94 as 5.5-point underdogs. Despite encountering a rough patch with 6 losses in their last 9 games, the Magic showed resilience in snapping a 3-game skid. Paolo Banchero led the charge with 20 points, complemented by Wendell Carter Jr.'s 17 points off the bench and Chuma Oak's 15 points. The Magic's overall shooting performance stood at 44% from the field and 8 of 29 from beyond the arc. Despite a 12-point lead squandered in the third quarter, their solid defense held the Knicks to just 16 points in the final quarter, securing a gritty win. Notably, key players such as Caleb Houston and Jalen Suggs faced challenges in scoring during the game. In contrast, the Atlanta Hawks have maintained a relatively decent form, splitting their last 8 games. Their most recent victory came at home against San Antonio, with a convincing 109-99 win while covering as 8.5-point favorites. Trae Young's standout performance of 36 points and 13 assists, coupled with strong contributions from Jalen Johnson and Clint Capela, propelled the Hawks to dominance. The team shot 43% from the field and 13 of 38 from beyond the arc, particularly dominating the first half with a commanding 69-34 lead. Both teams have their fair share of injury concerns. The Magic continue to be without Franz Wagner and Gary Harris, while the Hawks are missing the services of DeAndre Hunter and Wesley Matthews. Notably, the Magic have been one of the top teams in the NBA against the spread, covering in 65% of their games, a performance surpassed only by the Thunder and 76ers. Conversely, the Hawks find themselves at the bottom, covering in only 25.6% of their games, the lowest in the league. The ongoing trade rumors surrounding DeJounte Murray seem to be impacting the Hawks negatively with his recent dip in scoring form. The Magic, having defeated the Hawks by 7 points just 10 days ago, showcased depth across all positions, with notable bench contributions from Cole Anthony and Moritz Wagner. Orlando appears to be on an upward trajectory with their young core, while Atlanta faces challenges in meeting expectations and navigating trade talks. As the third of 4 meetings between the teams this season, both squads have experienced a recent dip in offensive production. Orlando, with a solid defensive record, has held 2 of their last 3 opponents below 100 points. The Magic's against the spread performance has been commendable this season, standing at 26-14 and ranking 3rd in the NBA. In their last 4 encounters with the Hawks, Orlando has covered the spread in all 4 games. Analyzing the Atlanta Hawks' recent performance raises questions, as they appear to be a below-average team with defensive deficiencies and key players entangled in trade rumors. Their home record stands at 7-11 straight up, and their against the spread performance of 10-29 on the season ranks them as the worst team in the NBA to back. In contrast, the Orlando Magic, despite facing challenges in recent weeks, still maintain an overall superior standing compared to the Hawks. The Magic's victory over the Hawks in overtime just 10 days ago adds to their credibility. Despite the Hawks opening as slight favorites at home, the overall assessment leans towards the Magic pulling off a minor upset once again. Therefore, the Orlando Magic to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Injury concerns continue to play a significant role for both teams, impacting their offensive capabilities. Orlando's Franz Wagner will be absent from the game, requiring the team to find alternatives for his 21 points per game. On the other side, the Hawks will be missing the contribution of 15 points per game from DeAndre Hunter. However, the recent focus on trade rumors surrounding DeJounte Murray has altered Atlanta's playing style, leading to a decrease in scoring output. The Hawks, known for their fast-paced play, have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games, showcasing a shift from their earlier season form. Orlando, positioned in the bottom half of the league in tempo, has hit the under in each of their last 5 games. With the Magic boasting the 29th longest offensive possessions and a defense ranked 3rd in efficiency, they are poised to limit Atlanta's offensive production. Examining the season's 2 meetings between the Magic and the Hawks reveals a split versus the total, with an average of 233 points per game. Across the season, the teams have combined for 41 games hitting over the total. Considering Atlanta's 6th position in pace and Orlando's 16th rank, coupled with the recent offensive struggles for both teams, the inclination is towards a lower scoring game. Atlanta's high pace ranking, achieved early in the season, contrasts with their recent inability to surpass 110 points in 3 of their last 5 games. Similarly, the Magic have scored 100 or fewer points in each of their last 3 games. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Antonio Spurs vs. Boston Celtics. The San Antonio Spurs are set to continue their journey along the East Coast, and on Wednesday night, they are scheduled to clash with the Boston Celtics. The Spurs find themselves at a challenging 7-32 record for the season, and their recent back-to-back encounters resulted in defeats. In contrast, the Boston Celtics boast the best record in the NBA, standing at an impressive 31-9. Having won 2 consecutive games and 7 of their last 10, the Celtics are in formidable form. Experiencing a slump, the San Antonio Spurs have struggled, losing 12 of their last 15 games. Their aim is to break free from this downturn and avoid a 3rd consecutive defeat after a substantial loss to the Hawks in a 109-99 road game on Monday. Victor Wembanyama showcased a strong performance with 26 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 blocks, supported by Jeremy Sochan's 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. The team collectively faced challenges, shooting only 40% from the field and 11 of 42 from the 3-point line. The Hawks took control early on, establishing a lead of 35 points at halftime. Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson, in particular, faced difficulties in scoring, highlighting the team's struggles. Conversely, the Boston Celtics have been on a winning streak, triumphing in 11 of their last 14 games. Their momentum continues after securing a 105-96 road victory against the Raptors on Monday. Jrue Holiday and Derek White contributed 22 points each, while Jason Tatum added 19 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists. Kristaps Porzingis chipped in with 15 points. Although shooting 40% from the field and 16 of 39 from the 3-point line, the Celtics maintained control throughout the game. Derek White's exceptional 4th-quarter performance secured their 8th consecutive win against the Raptors. In terms of player availability, the Spurs are still grappling with absences, with Zach Collins and Saidi Sissoko remaining sidelined. The Celtics, on the other hand, are monitoring the statuses of Derek White, Jrue Holiday, and Kristaps Porzingis. The initial matchup in San Antonio saw the Celtics dominate, and they entered this game with the NBA's largest margin of victory, just under 10 points per game. Undefeated at home with a 19-0 record, the Celtics showcase a formidable margin of victory at 15.5 per game. The Spurs' defensive capabilities are anticipated to be tested by the Celtics' high-powered offense, ranking 5th in NBA scoring and 1st in 3-point field goals per game. Furthermore, the Celtics' prowess on the boards, ranking 2nd in total rebounds, is expected to outshine the Spurs, who are positioned at 24th in the NBA. Despite potential challenges posed by injuries to key starters, the Celtics are favored to win, maintaining their unbeaten home record at 19-0. As a result, the Boston Celtics to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Although the uncertainty of the injury status requires monitoring before tip-off, the Celtics are predicted to maintain their impressive home form. Highlighting Boston's offensive prowess, they currently possess the 5th best scoring offense in the NBA. In their initial encounter with the Spurs, Boston demonstrated their scoring capabilities by putting up 134 points. Notably, the Celtics have been averaging over 124 points per game at home this season. Conversely, the Spurs have displayed offensive strength by surpassing 130 30 points in 2 of their last 4 games. However, their vulnerability on the road is evident, allowing over 120 points per game. Anticipating a high-scoring affair, the expectation is that this game will surpass the projected total, making over the projected total our full game total pick for Wednesday night. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.